Hello, and thank you for watching the introductory video for JunoTrade Pro. In this video, we will be demoing regular workspaces, floating workspaces. Use floating workspaces if you have multiple monitors or you like to move windows outside of the application's interface, and the Data Manager tool. First, let's look at regular workspaces. Regular workspaces allow you to organize everything within the application and efficiently access many windows within tabs. As you see JunoTrade Pro right now, it is running in the regular workspace mode. If I want to move a tab between tabbed regions of the application, I simply left-click on a tab, drag, and drop into the center of the four triangles in the region that you are trying to put the tab in. As you can see, now the Level 2 tab is at the top with Data Manager, Orders, Pending Orders, Positions, and the Start page. In order to move it back where it was, left-click on the tab, drag, and drop into the center of the region that it was before. As you can see, Level 2 Microsoft is now exactly where it was before. You can also define additional regions of the application. In order to do this, left-click on the tab. In this case, I'm going to left-click on the Google 1-minute chart, left-click and drag onto one of the arrows. In this case, I'm going to do the bottom arrow. As you can see, now the Google 1-minute chart is defined in its own region. If you want to move it back to where it was before, left-click, drag to the center of that region, and now it's back to the original regions. In the regular workspace mode, you also have the capability of saving the workspace. You can save the workspace as a separate workspace under a file name. Just type your file name in here, 1234 for this example. Click Save. Or you can save the workspace as the default workspace, which is the workspace that comes up every time you load the application. I'll save that. Now let's switch to floating workspace mode. As I said before, floating workspaces are those that you can drag components of the application between monitors or anywhere on your desktop. In order to switch to floating windows mode, click on the balloons on the left side toolbar. When it asks you to restart the application, answer yes. Double click on the JunoTrade Pro icon on your desktop. It will ask you to log in. And now you are in floating window mode. These windows can now be moved anywhere independent of the application. They can be moved to other monitors if you use multiple monitors as a trader. So for instance, if I wanted to move the Data Manager to another monitor, I just left-click and then drag to the other monitor. In this case, I've dragged the Data Manager to my other monitor you cannot see. And now I'm going to, on my other monitor, left-click and drag back into the application. Simple as that. As before in regular workspaces, you can save the floating workspaces as a separate file, unlimited number of workspaces that you can save, or save it as the default workspace. Now let's look at Data Manager. This is your one-stop shop for Level 1 streaming data. Let's add a symbol, first step. I'm going to add TZA. Simple as that. TZA is added, as you can see right here down at the bottom. And this Level 1 Data Manager also is showing you a tick chart as trades come in, so you can see the general second-to-second trend of the stock. Data Manager also includes a lot of fundamental data fields that you can add by right-clicking on the columns and scrolling down and choosing the data that you would like to see in your Level 1 streaming data. In this case, I'm going to choose 52-week high, 52-week low. There you go, simple as that. Finally, you can also look at the same fundamental data by looking at it in the bottom tab. So if you want to quickly access what the outstanding shares were for Intel, just click on Equity Fundamental and look at shares outstanding. Alerts and messages, these are messages that are sent from JunoTrade technical support and give you information regarding systems. Thank you for watching the JunoTrade Pro introductory video, and I ask you to look at the intermediate and advanced videos as you have time.